that's the first step. Go to getavail.com. Here you have two buttons, Avail Free or Get Avail for Free, where you can just click on, and now you can just put in your name, last name, and email address. Of course, I did that before with my private email address. Put in a password and hit create account. What happens next is that you receive an email from Avail looking like that, from support@getavail.com, that you have to verify your account. So when you click on that button, I already did that before, so it's not longer working for me. But if you verify your email address, that brings you into your Avail account, where you can download the software for free. Yeah, so after you've installed the software, just go to the desktop. You have that icon here, Avail, on your desktop, for example, where you can start the desktop browser. So this is the first part of Avail that you have, the desktop browser that gives you access, or that lets you control which channels, which content you access. That's how it looks like before you are logged in, after you installed it. So at the moment we don't have any content in here, just a welcome to Avail channel. First thing we do now is click here on the upper right and log in with that email address that I just used to sign up with an Avail account. This is my private email address. This one is not used by any, or it's not part of any paid plan. So it's exactly how it looks for you. Click continue. Put in my password and sign in. So you see I already have that BIM-MEPAus channel. That's not what you have when you sign in the first time. So you still have just that welcome to Avail channel. First thing after we signed in is that we go to browse channels. Here you see everything that is shared with you internally when you use Avail in your company. But what we do is go to the marketplace. Here we have some public channels. There are some RPC channels, some other channels with Revit families in it, out-of-the-box content from Revit, also some design content stuff from A2K Technologies, and down here we have the BIM-MEPAus channel. So you select that one and just hit subscribe. So you should see that green checker down here on the bottom. Go back to the channels tab here on the left. And now the BIM-MEPAus channel should appear in the list of channels here for you. Now you see different content. 3,600 families are in there. And now we can start searching. Just expand that window a bit. Now we can start searching for content in here by the manufacturer, by category, by Revit version, of course. So I have Revit 2019 here that I want to work with. That's the first thing. I can filter for omni-class title, part types, is it a host-based family or not. Yeah, and so for example, I just want to look for VAV units. So I hit VAV down here. And you see now I have 23 in the BIM-MEPAus channel that I can use. So we subscribe to that channel, but we did not unlock the channel at the moment. So when you now select something and you want to use it, you see that it is locked at the moment and you have to unlock it. So this is where your BIM-MEPAus credentials come into play. So we just click here on click to unlock. Now we have to request access. And that brings us to the login page for BIM-MEPAus. I also created an AVAIL test account here. This is just a subscriber to AVAIL, to BIM-MEPAus. Log in. So now I'm logged into the BIM-MEPAus website. One thing that is not optimal at the moment, we get now redirect automatically into that AVAIL plugin. So we have to cancel that request first and have to click unlock and request access again. It should take just a few seconds. And now we have successfully connected to the BIM-MEPAus to AVAIL channel. So now we also should have a notification here in the BIM in the AVAIL desktop browser. We have successfully verified the access to BIM-MEPAus. That's okay. And when I now have a look at the content, it's not locked anymore. But yeah, now I can start downloading elements from here. If you download something that's maybe interesting, down here on the bottom you have the settings, where you can select the default download location, where that content that you download from the cloud, from the Amazon server, gets downloaded to on your machine. Yeah, so now we know how to find the content we need. We have unlocked everything. And the next thing what we do now is that we try to bring it into Revit. So the good thing in AVAIL is that we have a Revit plugin as well. So when we start Revit, it's already open here. I have just assemble a project open. And here on the add-ins tab, we also have, and this is the second part of AVAIL, we also have a plugin to Revit, the so-called AVAIL Revit Browser. And when I open that one, you see here I have the notification. You are now connected to the AVAIL desktop application. Select Revit Content from AVAIL. And that means that I now can go and select anything in here. Just click download to download it here locally. And everything I select in that desktop browser is available now here in the AVAIL browser. Here I see some more information about that family. And here I have the family type. So it could happen that if you have a family with more than one family type, we have a list of different types here. And yeah, the easiest thing to bring it into your project is just to drag and drop it over on a ground view, for example. I don't care about the elevation here. It's just an example how to drag and drop it in. But yeah, that's it. Now I have that VAV unit in here and can start working on it. Yeah, maybe try it with something else. When we go back to the desktop browser, I can just click on that VAV tag again to disable it. I still have the Revit version folder activated. Yeah, but just go, yeah, maybe just use one of these fittings just to show you that it's also working for other stuff. Download that. It is selected here, going over to the Revit plugin. For that fitting, we only have a standard. Drag and drop it over. It's a very tiny one, but it is in there. and I can now start connecting a pipe to it and work with it. Yeah, so that's how it works, how you bring in content to AVAIL. As I already said, you have also the option in the free version to manage your own content. So you can just click here on the plus symbol and create your very own channel that you can share within your company. That is not public, that's just an internal channel for you, or that you don't need to share. You can just manage your own product. We will have some more webinars on AVAIL and coming up in the next weeks or month, where we go through creating channels and all that things. But basically, it's just drag and drop content into that AVAIL channel, and you can use it in Revit very, very easily.